Yeah.
Boston.
Nutso Rob, I see you, baby.
Come on,
Cuban, I see you, baby.
Cuba on the beat.
That's right.
DJ Mr. Sinister, come on. X-Man, X-Man, whatever. Let's get it.
Heavy caliber round. Take the steal and let these cats know the deal.
Yeah. You could call for your mama, you could call for the Lord. Praise whoever you want, guest list to the morgue. I end rappers' careers, landslides and pitfalls. Leave your jaw wide up, locked up like pit bulls. Flip phones, beepers, quarter ounce in my sneakers. Got the G-Unit stash in my Alpine speakers. Axe Reaper, my hood turned to a cemetery. From Rikers to lifers, bank accounts, new commissary. I'm at the monastery, with the monks smoking and zenning. I'm eating fruits and prostitutes, listening to John Lennon. Pass me the Al Green, got my mind bending. THC heaven with a splash of the lemon.
See the Cuban.
See the Cuban. So we're going to get into a lot of different discussion today, but we have none other than the one and only Flushing legend, Nutso in the building.
What's banging, y'all? Appreciate y'all, man.
Yo, I'm so happy for you coming up here. I sent the invite. You never know who's going. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for coming through and gracing your presence on this red carpet.
Yes. Pleasure.
I want to start with, what do you think about the studio while you here?
Listen, I'm loving it. Like we was talking behind the scenes. Yo, I don't give a fuck if you got 1 million followers or if you got 100. If you showing me love and I see you out there putting in the work in that field, I'ma fuck with you. And I seen you in a couple of events already. Yeah. Selling food, merch, all of that. So you putting in work, bro. So I fucks with you. When you reached out, I just hollered at my partner and was like, yo, bro. He's like, what they about? I'm like, yo, they coming up in the game.
I'm always going to be skeptical.
Yeah,
so I was a little, you know.
Yeah, no, that's good. I like that. But see, now my resume is starting to build up. As he said, we was outside.
Yes,
and that was last year. And then we had a few hiccups, but I wanted to master this part. The in-studio, having people pull up, and now welcome to my world, you know? And I want to bring good energy. But we usually start off with explain your name. So if you don't mind, we're going to start with you, and we're going to get to you. But can you explain the name Nutso? How did you get this name?
Well, Nutso, the name came from me just doing that transition. I was the peanut. Everybody got a peanut in the hood, a crazy-ass nigga nut. But remember, I'm an artist. I'm an MC, so it's like, you got to come with something fierce, but I still wanted to keep Nut, so I didn't want to change the name.
Right.
So my original name was Nutrageous. But then Reese's Pieces, we did the patent and trademark, and they were like, oh, we could put the dash, and I still ran with it. Like, this is the underground days when I was in the New Eurekan, Fat Beats, freestyle in the back of the projects, and Latimer on Union Street.
If you had to put a year to when they first started calling you Nutrageous.
Nutrageous was, Peanut. I moved from Corona to Flushing in 1989, 1990.
Wow.
And I was already, I was Nut during that time. You know, Peanut. I was Peanut during that time. I was in high school and Left Rack. Nori and them niggas was there. You know what I'm saying? My man, D, Chi-Chi and them niggas, we were all there. They were like, yo, man, this fucking crazy ass nut with this peanut head ass motherfucker. So I stuck with the name. Took that shit to Latimer, Union Street and Parsons Boulevard, ran with the name as I started to write lyrics and I started to beatbox. It was like, yo, bro, like, you just can't come into the name in the game with peanut. Yeah. Like, this shit's a little too brittle, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and it's a lot of common, too.
Yeah, it's a lot of common. So I was like, yo, Nutrageous, yo. Mind you, the candy bar Reese's wasn't out. Am I right, Cuban? Yeah. That shit wasn't out.
Oh, word?
So when I came out with the name Nutrageous, it was like, my little whole stamp was, you can eat the bar, but you can't eat the rapper. Like, letting niggas know this shit ain't sweet. Then Lil Wayne came out with that little line years later, and I'm like, this motherfucker took my line, but it's all good.
I feel like that about Lil Wayne, too.
Yeah, but it just makes sense.
I said,
you know, the bar, the rapper line. Yeah, it's just metaphorically. I can't say he took my line. It's just a metaphor from the candy bar, you know, to a real rapper. So I stuck with the name Nutrageous. I just found it a little like, man, this shit is like too commercialized. You know, us coming from the street with that raw talent, I had to come with something harder. So the transition to Nutso came a couple of years more later on, after I did like my first tours in Spain and Sweden. I came from there and I was like, Nutrageous.
You got to shorten it.
Yeah, Reese's is always gonna be coming at us and all this shit. Fuck, I'm just gonna change it. Nigga, I'm Nutso, man. I'm straight insane, bro. You know, and I kept it. Just, Yo, self-explanatory. Just look it up in the dictionary, man. What does Nutso stand for?
Nutso. Look him up on the dictionary and all of the streaming platforms. He's out there.
But everybody got a peanut in the hood. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I had to bring it to people. Like everybody got the peanut in the hood.
So now your man's over here that you've been rocking with Cee Da Cuban.
That's
Cee Da
right.
Cuban.
Yeah.
What's going on with that name? Can you explain how you get this name?
Well, my mom's called me Carlitos.
Carlito.
Right.
Carlos.
I'm Cuban. So then the mesh with the C, with the Carlito was the C, the Cuban, and I'm Cuban obviously, so it just kind of fit Cee Da Cuban, and then it just stuck.
Wow.
Like you want to come fuck with, you got to see the Cuban,
Cee
nigga.
Da Cuban. Come see the Cuban.
Oh, mamas.
Yes, sir.
So are you from Cuba?
Yes, my parents are from Cuba. I was actually born in New York.
Okay.
East Elmhurst Hospital in East Elmhurst, and I was born in '68. My parents came from Cuba in '66. But they just landed here, and I was born like about 2 years after that.
Did you hear that year? That's an OG right here, bro.
For real, we got a legend.
He's not in a wheelchair. This guy don't got an oxygen tank connected to him. He's still alive, guys.
Getting where he gotta go and doing what he has to do is a blessing. For real. And then so y'all knew each other from around the time I was born, truthfully, because you said what, like 89?
Listen, I'm in my 40s and you in your right? In your early 50s.
We
met in 97, 98.
Okay, late. Oh, no.
Right on that hill, Union Street, 34th Road.
Wow.
1 block away from Latimer.
And how did y'all meet?
He came to me, his one of his semi-auto. That was one of our partners, Mills, we was working with from Sirius Satellite.
Right.
He was working with the older brother and the younger brother. So when he used to go to the blockers, the younger brother would be like, these motherfuckers are selling drugs outside in front of my window. I love these niggas pumping music. They be rapping, but I don't really fuck with them like that. But when he came outside, he was like, yo, I want you to meet my niggas. They actually built a studio in Jackson Heights, and it's called K&Me. Instead of just rapping on his block. But he didn't know, like Semi didn't really know that I was already working the masses. I was already circulating through New York City. Like I'm already hitting battles and all of that. But what he's seeing out his window is just a whole bunch of niggas slinging outside. You know what I'm saying?
He just see the street light.
Yeah, he see the street light, but he heard the flow. He seen the consistency with everybody in the hood. And I'm talking about this like 20 motherfucking niggas.
Yeah,
you know, just like Palmina, Latimer. We in the hood, so we gonna bring that attraction. He came out the building and was like, I heard about you. And I'm like, who these niggas? You know what I'm saying? We were very like, who the fuck these niggas from Jackson Heights or whatever? But they were mad cool. They came with love. He invited me to the studio, and the rest is history, bro.
So one of y'all first times really meeting, he was already inviting you to come to his studio that he done built.
That he built.
Yeah, because what happened with him, he was doing the whole New York City underground circuit.
Yeah.
But he had never been in the studio.
In a real studio. Never been in a studio.
Voice, maybe on a radio.
Never put out vinyl, CDs, nothing. All I had was like a demo tape. I'll copy. You know, like anybody did when they were young in the house. And just pass it off to everybody. Like, yo, this is my new shit.
Yeah, so our plan was to structure what he was saying. And, because obviously at that time he didn't know how to count bars. So he was just spitting and spitting and spitting.
Yeah, nothing.
So we had to kind of, make songs with hooks and trying to shorten the verses and stuff like that. Then obviously, like he said, package it, put it on vinyl, put it on CDs, tapes, all that. That's what we were going
These were my mentors, bro. Like,
That's amazing. Y'all been rocking with each other for all this time. What makes y'all bond still so strong to this day? Like, how are y'all still able to work together, pull up here today, still be putting out projects?
I'm going to be honest, it's that family bond, bro. Like, we've been through it from death in our families, our friends dying, going to jail, doing time. Remember, we're from both different neighborhoods, but we still from Queens. That Queens conglomerate, just like you.
Queens get the money.
Queens get the money, you know what I'm saying? So we already came from that environment. So it was like the same shit that was going on in our neighborhoods, in Flushing. And remember, we in the boondocks. Remember, people used to forget about Flushing. So I was extra with it. Like, coming up in the game, ask them, even Jackson Heights and Corona was known. Like, Jackson Heights was already known for Griselda and everybody selling drugs, the Colombians, the mob ties and all that shit. And Corona had G-Rap, the Beat Nuts, Nori. But Flushing, it was just like, if it wasn't Flush or Large Pro and Mike Geronimo, remember, those are the older dudes. So us coming up is like, nobody know about Latimer, nobody know about Promenade, nobody know about the Bland. So, before we even get into that, I just had to make a name for myself. And we used to fucking pump Lady Rage saying, I be flushing MCs like Queens. We was like, that's the only person mentioning our name, not even Nas in the credits. When you looked at Illmatic, the album, he didn't even mention Flushing. You see Corona, Astoria, South of Jamaica. I'm like, yo, bro, they leaving us out. this shit is crazy. And I'm like, and Large Pro, he's part of Main Source. Like, yo, what's going on? It was like, and I think it was the jail shit. It was mostly the jail shit that niggas didn't want to rep. Even Flushing niggas that were in jail, I noticed in Rikers Island the other day, were like, yeah, you know.
Who's that?
Yeah, I'm from Southside Jamaica, Queens, or Corona. Nobody would really say Flushing. And it was like, why, bro? Flushing is spread out. It got his hoods, but it's just spread out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Spread out. Like, you'll walk, you see a whole bunch of, Japanese and Asian niggas jogging,
mixed,
and then you're going to get robbed on the next corner.
Yeah.
Then you go to another corner, so don't get lost out there, bro. I learned my lesson, nigga, coming from Corona and Flushing. Flushing was evil, but, that's how we met. That's how conglomerate came together, man.
I want to take it to the other side real fast. Being that y'all been doing this for a while, and I'm going to start with you, Cee Da Cuban. What's one of the greatest things you could say you accomplished so far since you've been doing this?
I think it would be the fan base. I mean, when we actually went to Japan, right, for the first time, prior to us landing in Japan, years before that, I was already sending records out there, like vinyl records to DJs and stuff like that. So just that whole thing of us coming to Japan, the fans having something that I had mailed to them previous years before, that whole connection, that for me was like, I mean, you want to make money in this business, you want to meet people, you want to collab with people, but that to me was priceless. Just to have people
across the
globe waiting for you, at the show with the vinyl that you had sent to them years ago for them to sign. So being able to make that connection from such a far distance, and back then when we were doing it, social media was not popping.
Nothing, not even a MySpace, nothing.
I just had an email, and I had to physically send the shit out there. I had no MP3, so I had to actually go mail the shit. Like, it was so many steps to producing the record, mixing it, mastering it, packaging it, sending it.
The artwork, everything.
The artwork, every time you send a package overseas, you gotta fill out a form, international form.
Yeah, international.
So
telling them exactly what's in there, how much it weighs.
A lot of people will not do.
Yeah.
They just won't do it.
That's a big moment. What about you, Nutso? What would you say is one of your greatest moments that you've accomplished so far?
In hip hop was actually traveling. And like I said, behind the scenes, like running into artists that been signed. Because remember, that's every artist's dream. Niggas can't front. Everybody want to be signed and, you know what I'm saying, see your fucking commercial. I mean, your ads on a commercial and people bigging you up and, the top 10 videos on MTV today. Back in the days, VH1, 106 in Park, like, who the fuck didn't want that? You a liar if you didn't want that. You know what I'm saying? But I just knew the tricks and trades of this game. They don't let everybody in with certain gatekeepers. So I feel like me and music, the moment that I knew was going to Spain, bro, overseas. Like, even before Japan and all of that. I was like, bro, I just finished performing in a hole in the wall. Like, you got dudes coming in. I think Beanie Siegel, somebody else was there, I think from Rock Nation or whatever, and they had like a lineup. And people, the pay to perform. I went there like, man, I ain't paying nobody to fucking perform. And I'm outrageous. I'm nuts. So they know me from freestyle in New Eureka freestyle. But niggas didn't really know me the way I thought they know me.
Right.
But when I went overseas, bro, I'm like, what the fuck? 20,000 people knew my fucking song. I'm like, bro, I'm trying to catch 100 fans in New York, and everybody's on some like, nigga, you alright, but my man better, or this and this, or yo, check this motherfucker out. But out there it was like, we love you. They rolled out the red carpet, if you know what I'm saying. Out there, people come up to you fucking, we was on tour with Redman. Redman came up to me and told me, yo, who were the girls that was dancing while you was on stage performing? I'm like, bro, I just met him today. He was like, I need him for my set too. And I was like, you can have him, Red. I don't know, bro. You Redman, bro. You a fucking legend. But it's shit like that, bro. It's the appreciation out there made me stay rocking even with Cuban, because I'm like, we got no big machine pushing us. You feel me?
Yeah.
No major label. We're independent, and we're fucking on tour with Craig G, Redman. I'm doing songs with Prodigy, all these dudes. Yo, the shit, that's crazy, bro.
Yeah,
For an underground dude to just come from the streets of Corona and Flushing Queens, Latimer, like, with no co-signing. But fucking Cuban and Mills, I was rocking with me, during the early stages of my, career. So that was my one of my biggest accomplishments.
Let me ask you, because you named a lot of people that you worked with. Who do you listen to? Like, is there artists right now, maybe young, up and coming? Like, give me a few artists that Nutso might be listening to right now.
Right now, I can't front. Besides, like,
Besides Royal Flush, we know we gonna have Flush.
Yeah, Flushing them, that's the family. That's the family. But outside the family, I listen to a lot of West Coast music.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I bought Kendrick Lamar's new album. I actually met Kendrick Lamar before he was, you know, the superstar that he is. I did a song with J-Rock a couple of years back when J-Rock was popping, and he had the song with Wayne, and he came to the studio, met me, Cuban, was there with our partner. We laid down the verse, and Kendrick was supposed to be on the third verse. But the partner we had during that time was like, let's not fuck up the vibe with J-Rock. We'll just do something else with Kendrick. But me, just being that fierce sincere, I'm like, throw him in there. You know, he's K-Dot. Remember, this is not Kendrick Lamar. He was open. He was like, I'll get on the third verse. But then he's like, we'll do another one. And he goes like this. He was getting interviewed by K Slade, J-Rock, and them that day. So Kendrick come up to me on the side and he like, yo, Nut. Yeah, rest in peace, K Slade. Word up, that's my brother from another. He said, yo, Nut, I'm gonna be honest, bro, this really ain't my vibe. Like, I don't wanna be with K Slade and all these strippers. Like, I'd rather go fuck with you in the projects. And I'm looking like, Kendrick Lamar and J-Rock, I'm about to take these niggas to Flushing Queens, but mind you, it was raining that day. It was on a Wednesday, we in the city. And I said, how long y'all gonna be here? Because they just caught me off guard, but I was with it. I started calling everybody in the P's, nobody was out. It was just one of those days. And it was mad drama in the hood too. I really didn't want to involve them in that, so niggas come through. So we like, let's leave it for Friday. I said, I'll meet y'all niggas in the city, but they had some other compromise. They had some other shit and they had to bounce to LA. But Kendrick Lamar wanted to be on that song with me and J-Rock. If you look it up right now, NY to LA, Flow.
Supposed to be on that,
he was supposed to be on the third verse. Wow. And that was crazy, bro.
And so did y'all put something on the third verse or y'all left the third verse open?
Me and J-Rock went back and forth on the third verse.
Okay.
Yeah, we split it. That's what we did.
That's fire.
No.
So y'all have multiple projects out, but the new project, y'all together on this instrumental pack. Let's talk about that. What makes you, the rapper, want to put out some instrumentals?
Before, like, let's take it back to the name Peanut, Nutrageous, when I was, you know, circulating through the streets of my zone, Latimer, 34th Road, and Parsons Boulevard. That was our shit, Union Street. That's our little radius that we held down there in Flushing Queens. I was beatboxing, always I was the Radio Raheem. Like, if you go to the hood, it'd be like, Peanut was the Radio Raheem in the hood. Like, niggas' grandmothers would say, Peanut, always with that fucking radio. And I'm about to call police like it's fucking 4 in the morning, but when I look, it's Peanut. I ain't calling police on him because he got drugs on him and they gonna just, they gonna body bag me.
So you've been into it.
I've been into it, but I used to really beatbox. Like, I'm like, even when I didn't have the radio, batteries, you know, my batteries will run out. I start beatboxing. It don't matter where we are. We in Main Street. I'll be in Southside, in Knickerbocker, on Fordham Road. Beatboxing, but what I noticed, a lot of niggas in my hood became lazy. You know what time it is? Niggas wasn't coming out, meeting me at the shows, and niggas like, yo, you should fucking rap, Nut. Like, you do the same shit these niggas do.
Yeah.
You a real nigga in the hood. Talk about it. And I was like, nah, I don't want to talk about it. Like, I didn't want to be that gangster rapper shit. All these, you know, everybody saying the same shit, but niggas like, just be you and be real. And that's where it come from, bro. So honestly, with the lyrics, it was just picking up the torch. Like, there was niggas that were crazy in my hood. You know how the talent from basketball, whatever it is.
You'd be surprised at the talent.
You'd be surprised. And listen, salute to everybody in my neighborhood. I love these niggas. I still to this day, not to throw no shade of Palmer now, we'd be like, yeah, we the illest niggas on this side. You know what I'm saying? But that's how we all collaborated, because years later I got to connect with everybody. You know, Larceny and them from your hood. We all did them.
ABG,
ABG, all them dudes. You know, I got joints with niggas from Palmer, the Bland, everything. So we all coincide, but that's where my interest in doing beats came from. I was beatboxing, niggas got lazy, I picked up the mic, but then I was like, this is really me. Like, I would go to the studio and meet Cuban, and I see him doing the beat, I'll be right over his shoulder like, man, if I get a machine, I'll do the same shit, my nigga. Like, cause I hear the sounds already in my head. Like, remember, I don't need instruments.
So it is a little influence. We see the influence because you was already in this. What inspires you to make beats then and keep making beats now, put out this project?
Because I feel like the music business has got to the point that they're forgetting about the music. Like, there's so many things going on.
Real.
And not to take away, because the podcasting thing I think is dope, because there's a lot of stuff that wasn't mentioned when hip hop was established. And
Couldn't really
there's a
talk
lot
about
of
it.
background stories that you can really bring up here and have
highlight,
a ill
yeah.
conversation
Hell yeah.
for years to come.
For years. But
But
I might leave late, man. We got a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. I think they forget about the music, and the music is really like the most important thing when it comes down to this whole thing.
That's for real.
So I think it gets pushed to the side. So that's why I like doing that. You know,
and so that was like part of why you put this one out too. And how was that working together, y'all, on this project just for instrumentals?
Bro, we'll tell him the backstory. He put the battery in my back. I wanted to start like a production team.
Right.
But then I didn't want to take anything away from me being an artist and MCing. But I'm like, yo, bro, I'm in my 40s already. I've traveled the world. I've done shit that artists are fucking trying to do now.
Yeah, for real.
So I'm like, you know what? Not that I'm taking a break. I just took a backseat. I was like, I got enough projects out there. The internet is swarming with fucking streaming shit. We got music that we still need to put on streaming services besides the thousands of songs that I already got streaming. So I'm like, let me take a backseat. I'm gonna be hitting them with singles. You already know that's the formula right now.
Yeah.
Hit them with a single every 3
to
4 months.
A verse.
Yeah, with the content and some visuals behind it. While I'm doing these beats, marinating with these beats. But at first I was scared, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Cause remember, I wasn't computer savvy. Remember, just peanut beatboxing and flushing.
Yeah, it's not really the technology,
yeah,
especially
not really.
where it's at now.
And I didn't really know how to play instruments. When I was locked up north, I was in this PG program shit, and they gave us access to like an old school piano. And I was playing Tupac, Rider, like bing, ding, 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 and beatbox, and everybody like, yo, bro, you a little bit different, my nigga.
Yeah,
like,
you know what you're doing.
You know what you're doing. Like the way you playing the piano and beatboxing, like this is your shit.
Beats,
my man Blaze, rest in peace. He used to be with French Montana, Jim Jones, all these niggas, you know, from Harlem. Rest in peace, Blaze, the Blazer. And he told me, yo, bro, you gotta get on you. This is before YouTube popping and everything. You know, I got locked up around 2004, 2005. And you know, social media wasn't really popping like that. Only MySpace was out.
Yep.
And he's like, nah, you gotta get on YouTube, man. Rest in peace, Blaze. He was telling me, you gotta get on YouTube, beatbox and make niggas laugh like you a gangster and you comical too, bro.
So
like
he was telling you then.
He was telling me then,
vision.
and he put the battery in my back to just open, you know.
Your mind up to
my
that.
mind.
There's opportunities to do this.
And then Cuban is like, bro, what are you waiting for, bro? Like, this nigga has mad equipment. He's like, man, machine. He was like, nigga, I'll give you. I was like, nah, if I get something, it'll get brand new. He was like, I was like, so what machine should I fuck with? I was like, I don't know about the SP. I said, I like the Akai, the MPC with the drum pads and everything. My father's a real conguero. My father played, he opened up for Hector Lavoe and all of that.
Wow.
He looked just like me. If y'all go through my IG, you'll see homie with the afro. My father just looked just like me.
That's crazy.
Crazy ass motherfucker. He used to walk around Corona, blasted, playing his drums. He'll pop up anywhere, so I know where I get it from. It's in my jeans.
Didn't fall too far.
Yeah, but you'll see, right? I got pictures with him sitting me on my lap with the conga right there. So that was already in me. Just playing beats with the mouth, you know, mimicking instruments.
That's amazing.
So Cuban was like, bro, this motherfucker called up a company that sells equipment, had one of the CEOs or assistant, whatever, yo, we have a demo that we just put on YouTube. It's brand new because, you know, you're not going to get access to this machine until another 6-7 months.
Because it was during Christmas.
Yeah, and I'm like, this fucking fresh-ass motherfucker. I said, who the fuck told you to give this motherfucker my number to call me, bro? Like, I wasn't even ready yet, but that was the pressure.
Wow.
He put it, and then we went to L.A. That's when we seen, you know, rest in peace, Nipsey's peoples. I went out there with Kid, you know, we went to go visit the Swan family, Shaka and them homies. We went to the turf. We was out there in South Central, like, you know, with the real homies
and
out there.
And you have a song with Nipsey Hussle.
And I got a song with Nipsey Hussle, but what's crazy, I got to meet him before he passed away.
Wow.
But damn, bro, it hurt me, man, just to go to LA and see all his memorials and all that shit.
Was you meeting him in this song like right before that happened?
Right before, but blasted. That's another story. That's another. You want me to get into it right now?
Yeah, get it. Why we there?
So me and Cuban, we had a Mob Deep barbecue with Uncle La, with Havoc's uncle, right? Am I correct?
Yeah.
Havoc's uncle, he rocked with me, his wife, and my wife, you were friends, you know, from Queensbridge. My wife, grew up in Southside Jamaica, Queens.
Okay.
And Uncle La's wife is, you know, they all from the hood. We all from Queens. So when I came home, my wife is like, I want you to meet my friend, and blah, blah, blah. Her man is one of Mobb Deep's uncle. So I'm like, you know how everybody in the hood, this nigga's my cousin, Jay-Z's my brother. You're like, yeah, whatever. When I seen him, I'm like, oh shit, this is the real Uncle La. Like, we met on the hill on the bridge. So there was no talks, you know, like I used to meet Black Poe and them niggas to go hang out. So I met him in the bridge, and from there it was like, yo, come to my house. We gonna drink, shoot guns in the yard. While I even called Havoc one time. Havoc's like, this nigga got nuts up in his crib. Like, it was crazy. But just look at the fan. And then Twins and them, then Twin Gambino and them used to come to the fucking hood. You know, already. So that's my Mobb Deep connection with Mobb Deep, IM3, you know, infamous Mob. But long story short, so me and Cuban are at the barbecue with Uncle La. Uncle La's blasted. I'm like, yo, Uncle La, I gotta go to the city, my nigga. My man Blaze, rest in peace, who passed away, he used to do like security for French Montana. Like anybody who got close to French Montana, even eyeing his jewelry, he was just airing them out in every club. So Blaze was a beast. He like, yo, Nipsey's here. He was like, but yo, you sound like you
were out of it.
You're out of it, nut. Are you good? I was like, yo, I just gotta go home. Take a shot. This is when I was drinking. I got 10 years without drinking, just to let y'all know.
I wanted to get to that too,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
That's
10
amazing.
years without drinking, sniffing coke, popping pills. I just smoked my bud. And that's it, you know, and I'm a changed man. But
congrats on 10 years.
Nah, thank you, bro.
It's not easy, man.
That shit is not easy at all.
My father passed away from cirrhosis of the liver, so I watched him knock bottles straight back down.
Listen, my father's still an alcoholic right now, so you know I can't judge. Just looking at the camera, my father's still, I love him to death. He's still alcoholic to this day, trying to fight that disease. It ain't easy.
It's
you know
not
what I'm saying?
easy,
But
man, salute to you, man.
Yeah, thank you, bro. But that day I was obliviated, bro. This guy, remember, that's my mentor, the OG. He like, I'm gonna take you, Nut, to go see Nipsey.
Yeah.
We did this song, but what the hell going on over here? I was like, just drop me off in the crib, right? I'm gonna wash my face real quick, put a brand new white tee, got the blue Yankee fitted. I was like, I'm gonna do it for my Rip Riders today. You know what I'm saying? I'm sworn family, but I'm gonna wear the flu for y'all real quick.
Flushing.
You know, it was on my shit flushing. You know it's banging. So we go to the studio. Blaze is there. The energy changed. Not in a bad way. They're like, oh shit, what the fuck is this? I was working for a beer distributor. Remember, I'm trying to stay out of trouble. I came home, I'm driving a big ass truck. This is Nutso with the big truck, doing deliveries all over New York City. So we were selling dogfish and some shit called Fin de Mundo. You seen that craft beer? It's called Dogfish. Yeah. They got like a shark in it.
Okay.
And then Fin de Mundo, it means in English, the translation, you know, Spanish, Fin de Mundo means the end of the world. Wow. So you just imagine.
You drinking that.
I got a bottle called the end of the world. Showing up to the studio with Nipsey's there, French Montana, Blaze, and DJ Green Lantern. Get ready for this one. And DJ Lazy K. We walk in, me and Cuban, Lazy K's there, oh, what up, Nut? My man Blaze is like, Nut, you look terrible, my nigga, but it's all good. I got you, my nigga. And I'm like, where Nipsey at? He like, he right there. Nipsey see me, he just got a smile like, oh, this nigga is wasted. But you could tell he's from the hood. He loved it. He was smiling. He ain't give no,
because it's genuine. He's drunk, but he's really just trying to cope his respect.
French Montana was there standing with like fucking $1 billion worth of fake jewelry. But it's all good. I'm going to say a backstory on that. Blaze already told me the jewelry was fake, but it was all good because he used it to come up.
And it's not the shit Akon gave him.
Nah, not the shit. But he admitted to it. I give French those props. He was like, that jewelry was fake in the beginning.
Okay.
Yeah, he had to fake it to make it. But that same chain that he had on, my man Blaze was like, nigga, that same chain that was dancing, the jewelry was dancing in the studio. Nut, I seen you looking. I was like, yeah, I'm looking at this nigga. What the fuck is this shit? Jewelry was going like this. That shit was popping, locking.
Wow.
And he was like, that shit had my neck green, nigga, for 2 days. Because I was holding that down in the VIP. Nut, that shit's fake too. I came up to the nigga and the nigga, French was like, yeah, this shit is fake. He was like, how you got me wearing that shit? I got to put some bacitration and shit on my neck. So he was fucked up. So moving on along now, DJ Lazy K, Murder Baby was there too, right? Murder Baby, all these dudes was there. So then they're like, yo, Nut, everything good? They were like, nah, we don't want to drink none of that if it's going to have you. And I'm turning off bogeys. This is when I was smoking cigarettes. I'm turning off cigarettes on the wall while I'm talking to Nipsey. Oh, yeah, that's you already know that's the disrespect. But they know that I don't give it up like that, so they being easy like, yo, what up with that?
Right now.
And I'm like, yeah, that shit is crazy. What happened out there in Compton? Work. Throwing cigarettes, burning them on. They looking like, what the fuck? So now Cuban and Blaze had their little talk. They're like, we gotta get Nut out of here.
We gotta holler at him.
And then French is like, yo, Nip, what you think about this? All we gotta do is throw the third verse. I'm like, I'll get on the third verse. French is like, oh my Lord, what the fuck is this? What's going on? But it was that moment, but everybody was laughing. It was loving it. Like, yo, I gotta go. I just came from some shit. Nipsey was just smiling like, it's all good. Nipsey dipped off with his man to go have a meeting in the room. I ain't know that. I'm piecing out with DJ Lazy K. I see French Montana got a smile on the face like, this nigga's a funny motherfucker. I'm like, yeah, French, fuck all y'all niggas, and I love y'all too. Blaze like, yo, don't mind, that's my nigga, he's just nuts. So we walking out, and I'm like, yo, hold up, man, let me go use the bathroom. I run off on him and Blaze, and I enter another room. Nipsey's in that room. He just finished saying peace to me.
Yeah, but he's
there with his
right
man.
there.
Now he there with his man, and he see me walk in the room. I walk in the room and just close the door. And I'm just looking at them. It's crazy, right, y'all? And they're looking like, what the fuck is this nigga doing in the room? And he's like, yo, Nut, you know, I'm about to have a meeting. I'm like, it's all good, bro. Have your meeting. I'm just like standing right there. He's like, this nigga's on fire.
Yeah.
But I was lost, bro. I was done. Yeah. These niggas knocking the door. Nut, we gotta go. Yeah, it's like, yo, all love, Nut. Nice meeting you, bro. You already know we did that joint. You know, shit was crazy. The only thing with that joint that me and Nipsey did was that there was some, what was it, some sample clearance problem or something with the chorus. So they took it off of a lot of platforms. But it's still like on Audio Mac and YouTube, they left it. But certain platforms, they took it off. But that was my backstory with Nipsey. It was hilarious. He ran into our other partner, Sirius, and was like, yo, your man Nut is fucking crazy, bro.
Rest in peace.
You know, rest in peace, Nipsey and Blaze, man. That was my story with Nipsey, meeting Nipsey, man.
We're live. We're back. It's Red Carpet Consortium Podcast. You know,
shout out to
it's
the
a good show. You know, we're on a good roll. We're rolling out. It's early.
Drop some tomorrow, tonight. Not drop some live on that shit.
My son's in the building. I got him on the live.
Y'all got this first, like for real.
Leaky roof. He's guaranteed a bucket. No way I don't appreciate my brothers for coming up here. Come on, you already know I'm from the knock right here. DJ Nutso, 107. Don't get your Ojo haze. Spit something. So we gonna talk about wallet. We got his wallet. No, tell him. They don't fucking.
Royal Flush, baby, the governor. You know what time it is.
Give me 5 artists from Queens right now.
Carpet question. If you had $1 million right now, what's 1 or 2 things you would do?
Support the community, man. You know what I mean? Support the community.
Uplift the community. Support the community.
$1 million. What's 1 or 2 things you would do with $1 million?
I mean, there's a lot of things I would do, like business-wise, but if I want to do something like that I really want to do,
hell yeah.
I want to get a house in Costa Rica with a whole bunch of monkeys.